This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Much to my delight, and I believe it will be to yours, my pillow goof, Mike Lindell, is not only a danger and a detriment to the country, he's also a danger and a detriment to himself. There's reporting from Salon. Originally, I'm going to read from the story of Raw Story, that Mike Lindell, his financial situation is unraveling so rapidly and so severely that he has now had to sell his plane for a couple $1 million because of the fact that he needs to fund the lawsuit that has been brought against him by Smartmatic and Dominion voting systems. You know, he's facing a $1 billion lawsuit, more than $1 billion in defamation. And I will read a little bit from this. The Raw Story headline, Mike Lindell's unraveling begins as he sells $2.5 million MyPillow plane to fund Dominion lawsuit. Listen, I don't like to delight in the misery and the failure of others, but when you are acting as an agent of chaos in our democracy in an attempt to tear it down and prop up a fascist as the leader of the country again, you're not going to get my sympathy. I'm not going to be crying crocodile tears for Mike Lindell anytime soon. Pillow mogul turned election conspiracy theorist Mike Lindell is facing multiple difficulties in his two-pronged quest to prove that the 2020 election was stolen by China and to fend off a colossal lawsuit by Dominion Voting Systems, which claims that Lindell and many others defamed the company and did enormous damage to its business and reputation. I don't believe any dispute could be brought there. He absolutely has brought disrepute upon Dominion Voting Systems. Listen, no one would know the name of Dominion Voting Systems or Smartmatic or any of these other voting machine companies hadn't it been for these conspiracy theorists who insist that Donald Trump won in grand fashion the election that he lost in grand fashion. With Dominion's $1.3 billion lawsuit hanging over his head, records indicate that Lindell is making major personal concessions in preparation for a significant legal battle. According to Federal Aviation Administration records reviewed by Salon, Lindell, through his company MyPillow, has recently sold off at least one of his private planes. Because this is America, folks, and all it takes to own multiple private planes is to be a MyPillow inventor. All you have to do is invent the pillow. FAA records indicate that an aircraft registered to MyPillow, a 1993 Dassault Breguet Falcon, I'm not up on aviation brand names and makes and models, Breguet Falcon 50 with a tail number N49er7 Sierra Papa. Yeah, we'll go straight up phonetic alphabet. Was transferred to Clyde Air LLC on July 26th for an undisclosed purchase amount. A similarly configured 1993 Falcon 50 private jet currently on the market has a $2.5 million price tag. Using an apartment address associated with the new owner, Salon traced the purchase to a potential big money buyer, Capital executive Frank Seldorf. He didn't return a Salon request for comment on Tuesday. So this is where Mike Pillow is hanging his hat. He is ready to initiate the demise of himself in service to his golden god, Donald Trump. This is emblematic of what we're seeing all across the country related to these idiots who put Donald Trump above everything else. He is a messiah-like figure for MAGA world. Last night I watched most of part one or all of part one and most of part two of that Australian series about stopping the steal, and Fox News and their damage to America, I think was the overall premise of it. And the reporter, the woman goes on the bus with these people who are attending an Ohio rally, and it is a scary sight that they are giddy with excitement about what a wonderful human Donald Trump is and how he's their guy and he's still the president. Polling recently says that 3 out of 10 Republicans believe that Donald Trump is actually still the president. I don't mean in some kind of Biden's not my president, not in that kind of way. They truly believe he is a shadow president, actually pulling the strings from Mar-a-Lago, and that Joe Biden is somehow just living in the White House illegally, I guess. I don't know. But this conspiracy and this wacky train of thought is so pervasive. It's not just with the toothless hicks that you see at the Trump rallies. It's also millionaires, guys who have enough juice to have multiple private planes. Dangerous. And this guy has influence and power. This guy was getting personal private meetings with the president of the United States in the Oval Office, with his note sheet, remember, recommending that Donald Trump enact martial law after he lost the election. This is a fascist. I mean, he's an errand boy, but an errand boy with millions of dollars and influence over the electorate for sure. This is scary. I know I talk about the dissolution of the union and us being on the brink. This is another added tick, tally up a mark of another reason why you should be worried, very worried about where we are as a democracy, as a republic. They want to install someone who was voted out of office. And because they don't like the result, they're going to do anything they can to get him back in office, even if it's extra constitutional, even if it goes against democratic norms. They want their guy in no matter the cost. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. Follow me on social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I don't know how I forget. I say it every time. And I would appreciate if I'm your flavor, if I bring you value, if you appreciate what I do, help support my work. You can click the join button, become a channel member for as little as $2 a month. You can become a channel member, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast and become a patron over there. All of it goes towards supporting the content that I create, both on my podcast and here on YouTube. Anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'll see you next time when I'm flying around in Mike Lindell's jet. Be genuine. Take care of one another.